And the four dragons.
Sorry?
The four dragons being all covered up.
Yes. It's more mysterious, if you said.
It's good we got to see him before he was in because of all the details.
Well, there you go. But that, you know, it's... I have painted pictures where I've put so much effort into it, when I come to paint over it, it's too heartbreaking, and I've made all kinds of compromises so it still shows, and it always looks wrong. You know, you've got to put in front whatever it is, how it should be, and ignore the fact that you're going to hide a lot of investment. Honestly, thank you very much. I'm deeply impressed. And deeply my daughter here? I'm going to tell her there was twice of me. I'm sorry, please talk away because I can get on with this whether you're talking or not. And it's what I'm doing here is blocking in, that's all.
Do you find the music, enhances the painting? Do you use it to encourage your painting?
No.
No.
As I said,
Like if you had an artist that said, "Oh, I'm going to play their CD while I'm painting," it doesn't help.
I've heard people say that. I find it hard to believe, to be honest.
Okay.
It's, but I do find music wonderful for changing mood and energy levels. But it's to put it bluntly, it's not. I don't find it informative in an image-based way, and I don't find it distracting enough, strangely enough, in the right way. It's yeah.
When you did the album covers for like Yes, Right, did you listen to the music before you did the album cover?
There's a technical answer to that that really takes me out of the equation. It was never ready before I started the work. You know, the music, when Ladder was done, the record label was pretty adamant that they couldn't trust me to do a painting unless I spent a week in the studio with the band. This was fun. They were doing it in Vancouver. I loved it. But I don't think the band knew what I was listening to, and I'm sure as hell I couldn't tell you which tracks it was, because it was endlessly the same drum and bass. You know, later it would be something else, but I didn't know what track it was. I had no idea what the music would be from that. It was interesting. It was great talking to them, valuable talking to them, but not because it was in a studio, other than the fact that they were all there at one time, which is unusual enough.
When you do an album cover, how much input does the band have, or do you sort of come up with a concept on your own and then say, here it is, based on what I think it should be?
I find it very helpful talking to the guys about where they're getting their ideas from. And it adds to the texture of the process. But I don't think I would ever said, there's the cover. You know, there's always been some level of discussion and anticipation of what it might be from them and me. But they very rarely told me what they want. First and pretty much unique time that happened was a guy called Ramses, and he did better than tell me what he wanted. He came in with photographs. And what was particularly interesting about that is I liked the idea. He had a photograph of a church, and he...
I have that cover.
There it is, there you go. You could show everybody.
This is a unique one.
For the Yeses 70s covers, what were first?
This strange character did this
The
album.
Yeses 70s
It's
covers,
backed by
album
10
covers.
cc, so it's almost a
What
10
was
cc
first, the
album.
music or the painting?
The discussions went first. Then they did the music and I did the painting. But I had to finish the painting almost invariably before they finished the music.
Do you remember your first connection with Yes? And what was your first album cover ever that you
The first Yes cover I ever did was Fragile. And the first cover I ever did was Gun. And Gun was managed by Ronnie Scott. And I did the interior Ronnie Scott sort of straight out of college. I did the discotheque Ronnie Scott straight out. And they liked the painting, so they asked me to do an album cover. And I liked that process, so I thought, that's pretty neat, I'll do a little more of that.
You want to share the great discovery you had today with the relayer and tell us the topographic oceans cover? Oh,
No.
Secret.
I'm wondering if we go down to the restaurant and grab me a handful of paper towels.
Yeah, sure can.
You know this.
How many is like?
Oh, half an inch? That really, I mean, I was very excited to see that, but it was a big surprise. No one had ever mentioned that to me before. But now it has been mentioned. Lots of people have said, oh yeah, we knew that.
Oh,
What?
that's cool.
Sorry?
What?
Stand up and show people.
Wait, take a picture.
No, stand up and show people. They don't want to wait until you take a photograph.
What made you change the logo from Fragile to close to the edge? Yes.
What made me change what?
The
The
logo.
Yes paint, the Yes logo.
Oh my God.
Hey, sir, will you show us?
We show this way too.
This way, please.
We show this way.
Just a second, look at his way around.
This way.
If any of you have Facebook, if you look and search for Mucho Mondo Museum, you can see my cover photo, and it's this, and it's like it's touched up a little bit, so it looks like you all one. So. Mucho Mondo. That's a good question. No.
Yeah, Fragile was the idea, when I went to see Les with the idea for Fragile, it wasn't a visual idea, it was a concept, it was a story, and we were talking about making it look like a turn of the century book. So the logo on the Fragile cover was not trying to do a brand identity, if you like, for Yes. It was trying to make something that would have looked right on a book of 100 years previously. So there wasn't a concept then for doing a defining logo. Pretty much when I finished, though, I thought it'd be very cool to do just that, to see if one could have a consistent brand image. I never used that. Brilliant. Thank you. Thanks, Oliver. I had it, you know, it's mythology that I kind of reinforced, but I had a train journey, an hour-long train journey, and I started thinking it'd be cool to try and link up all the letters. And at the beginning, you can see I was using capitals, and by the end, I'd done the windy, lowercase Yes logo that had become the Yes logo. And I loved it. And when I showed it to the band, fortunately, they liked it too. So much that when the next album came along, which back in those days, Yes did 2 albums in 1 year. They wanted it on the cover, and on its own on the cover, Close to the Edge. So the painting that was for Close to the Edge went on the inside. So that was very nice for me, and then subsequently, the first colour painting I did of that logo was bought by a patron on behalf of the Victoria and Albert Museum. Victoria and Albert Museum is a major London museum, and they have a number of permanent collections. They have a permanent collection of furniture. They have a permanent collection of paintings, prints, and drawings. I've got, I think, 11 or 12 pieces in their permanent collection of paintings, drawings, and prints. And the Yes logo is one of those.
Wow.
And the drawings that go with it. I also have a piece of furniture in their furniture store, which I'll tell you about on Friday. Okay, you know, people see things in my work that I had no idea existed. I remember classically being told that there was something or other in one of my paintings. No, I don't think so. And the response was, but what would you know? You're just the artist. Okay, I'm very happy to use the microphone. The trouble is, when I dip it in water and paint with it, it doesn't make the right kind of marks at all. Yeah. I've done this at home, you know, and I've been trying to hold a cup of tea and paint and wash the brush in the tea and drink the paint water. It's not a process amenable to not paying attention, really. But that's the trouble. You really have to not pay attention. I'll talk about that later too. But, you know, not knowing what you're painting or what's in the painting, that's part of the fun of it. And there's a truth in that. You know,